So now I'm headed over to Tulcan, 6 hours drive. Before I leave, what's your name?
Yana.
Yana. She was almost going to come with me to Colombia, but then she decided it might be too dangerous with the guerrillas. And plus it was not too much time. So where are you planning to go now?
Montanita.
Montanita.
The beach.
To the beach area. And you think that's a much safer area?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I think so. They told me.
Yeah.
Ecuadorians told me.
Oh, and what did your grandmother say?
That if I go to Colombia, they're gonna kidnap me.
And take
then
you...
I have to pay attention.
Pay attention. And did she mention anything about the jungles?
Yes. That they will take me to the jungle too, and then I...
So she said to be very careful.
Really?
I think everyone should be careful in Colombia.
Yeah, you as well.
So now I decided I'm going to go to Colombia. I'm first going to go to Tulcan, cross the border over to the Colombian side, and then I'm going to stay on Pasto for one night, Tuesday. And then for Wednesday and Thursday nights, I'm going to go either to Popayan and Cali. And then on Friday morning, I take my flight out back home to safe areas in the first world country. So Colombia, it's very chancy, but I'm going to be very careful. I just got into Colombia. Finally into Colombia. Now I'm in Colombia. This is the real deal. We got large canyons, the Andes Mountains, and I'm headed to Pasto, which is 2 hours north of the border. We have cornfields on the side of the mountains. So this is Colombia on my way to Pasto. Now we're in, which town are we in? Pasto.
Pasto.
Pasto. And Sarah, she made me some arepas. So how do you make it?
They are made of corn.
Corn.
So they used to put in the processor in the...
Oh, yeah.
In this, they make them.
Oh, okay.
So then you took them,
Yeah.
put them in the pan, and that's all.
It's really easy.
It's really easy.
Okay, and then this is the final product. It's Colombian specialty, right? Now I arrived in Pasto, Colombia, the first city after leaving the border with Ecuador. It's about 1.5 hours drive north with a bus, and I arrived here about 6:30, and at 7 o'clock I called up Sarah, who is 100% Colombian, right?
Yes, I'm Colombian.
After hearing all the bad news about Colombia and hearing all the dangerous stories, I still decided I'm going to come. So what do you think about Colombia? Like, everyone's afraid of it. Like, in Quito, I was almost going to travel up here with a German girl, but she decided she was afraid of the guerrillas, and she was afraid they might kidnap her and take her to the jungles.
Mm-hmm.
And then my friend in Las Vegas, when I told him that I'm flying down to Colombia, he said, "You go right ahead, I'm not going."
He was scared.
Yeah, everyone seems to be scared about this country.
It's the image of the media.
Oh,
I say you that. Because the media says that here in Colombia, every people is a bad people, but
Yeah.
it's not true. We are good people. The families are the most important thing in Colombia,
Oh.
right? Everyone wants to be with her or his family.
Yeah.
The image is too bad because the guerrillas, because
Yeah.
the autodefensas, and there are 3 groups who makes the war here.
Okay.
Oh no, 4 groups.
4 groups.
The politicians,
Politicians.
the guerrillas whose name is Las FARC,
Plus
That's five.
FARC.
FARC.
Yeah.
The name is Fuerzas Armadas Revolucionarias de Colombia,
Okay.
right?
So, yeah.
And the ELN, Ejército de Liberación Nacional,
Okay.
and the AUC,
I'll see.
and the Autodefensas Unidas de Colombia.
Oh.
There are 4 groups who always they are
Okay.
making war, and they used to go to the jungles and well, it's very difficult, the situation in Colombia. And the problem is that the drugs are the thing that they sell, that the groups, the politicians know.
Oh.
Another 3, they
Yeah.
used to sell the drugs in order they can get money to buy the arms, to buy everything,
Oh, okay.
right? This is a problem in Colombia.
Mhm.
And sometimes Las FARC,
Yeah.
the ELN and AUC,
Okay.
they used to kidnap the farmers. The tourists who come from outside Colombia,
Yeah.
they used to take them
Mhm.
and they kidnap them
Okay.
because they can after ask money to
Yeah.
liberate
Who would they ask money from?
to the families, and I don't know how, but
Yeah.
they can contact.
Hmm.
Or sometimes they used to call the consulado of the country. Like an example, you are from
Hungary.
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 Yeah.
see.
You are from Hungary.
Yeah.
Then, so they ask you, where are you from? And you say, I'm from Hungary. So they used to call the consulado of Hungary,
Oh.
and they say, hey, I have here an Hungarian man,
Uh-huh.
so if you want to liberate him, so you have to give us $1 million, for
Oh.
example, right?
Okay.
And this is the way they can support the war. This is the problem of Colombia, but the
Yeah.
rest of Colombia is too well. And the another problem of Colombia are the minas. They put them on in the floor and they explode.
Yeah, landmines.
Right.
Yeah.
This is the problem of Colombia. Colombia occupies the first place of the world
Yeah.
with the problem of the minas.
They have the
Remember.
most landmines?
Right.
Oh, wow.
The landmines, right?
So it's dangerous to walk in the countryside.
It depends.
Yeah.
For example, I worked with the scouts in a
Mhm.
social program, with a social project,
Okay.
right? In the countryside, it calls La Caldera. It's the #1 countryside in the world with landmines.
Wow.
And I worked with kids, and
Yeah.
they all lost her legs,
Yeah.
her arms. All the kids who I work
Mhm.
were like that.
Okay.
It was very difficult to
Yeah.
me and to all. And this is another problem in Colombia. And sometimes the guerrillas, the
Yeah.
warriors,
See.
they used to take the people,
Mhm.
the families who lives in the countryside, and they say, you have to get out of here or we kill you.
Mhm.
Because this place is ours. So the people have to emigrate
To different countries or
to
different cities?
different cities.
Oh, okay.
So when they come to the city,
Mhm.
they're very poor people because they don't have work, they don't have nothing. They come only with the clothes they were using
Yeah.
in the moment.
Mhm.
And that's all.
And when did this happen?
This happen always,
All the time?
all the time in Colombia.
Even this year?
Even this year, every time.
All the time?
Because the warriors are in everywhere. Sometimes in the city they are also. But the police and the army,
Yeah.
they are very intelligent and they used to take them out of the city or they used to kill them. And there is another problem in Colombia that is called the mano negra, the
Okay.
black hand. And they call everyone who isn't like us,
Yeah.
or they see that you are not good, that you are not dressed okay,
Oh.
right? So they kill you,
Like a poor person from the countryside?
right?
Oh.
This is the problem in Colombia, but Colombia is a good place. And the
Yeah.
president, I have to say, the president is the worst thing in the world.
So the president of Venezuela, Hugo Chavez, is better?
I think the president of Venezuela is better because the president of Venezuela, he is a socialist,
Mhm.
socialist system. He
Yeah.
works with this system in his country.
Mhm.
So there's no problem
Okay.
because he made that the enterprises, the public soul,
Uh-huh.
were social.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what's a socialist
Yeah,
system.
socialism.
So the people can work, the people have or at least they have eat, they can eat, they can work, they can study, they can in security system, so they can go to the hospital without a problem.
Oh,
But here in Colombia, lots of people who live in the streets, it's very difficult. But Colombia is a good place.
okay. So when I arrived at the border and went through the small towns to get to Pasto, I noticed that there would be like a sign on the road that says the military is in 200 meters.
Mhm.
And then there was a military guard, and they have machine guns with them. So what's their purpose? Just to...
I don't know, they are army, they are the politics,
Okay.
the country army,
Armies.
right?
Okay.
They want to take care of the people who travels around because
Oh.
sometimes the guerrilla took the streets in the countryside,
Like the Pan American Highway?
right?
Okay.
They took the highways
Mm.
and they destroy it, or they took the cars and steal it,
Oh, okay.
right?
The army and the government army, they just control the roads, make sure
Control the
that
roads.
So have you seen any gorillas?
Mhm.
You've seen them in person?
Sometimes, around 5 years ago,
Uh-huh.
I didn't live here in Pasto. I live in another cities, Medellin, Bogota, and Bucaramanga, another city. 5 years ago,
Okay.
I was in the countryside with my family, with my mom and my brother, because my mom used to work in the countryside because she's a bacteriologa. She's scientist. She had to work in Sandona. And we were there, and my mother were in the hospital
Okay.
working. My brother and me, we were in the house where we used to live.
Okay.
And then the guerrilla took all the countryside, all Sandona.
Sandona.
They
Okay.
entered to Sandona and killed the police, the army who were in Sandona,
Uh-huh.
and the people who used to live there,
Yeah.
like me, like my brother. And my brother and me, we were alone,
Okay.
totally alone.
Yeah.
So we have to get into a hole,
In outside?
in the outside, in the countryside,
Okay.
when we used to live there.
Yeah, I know.
I have to get into a hole
Uh-huh.
and to
Cover it.
cover with a colchón, the thing where you live, where you sleep, because the guerrilla were passing, and if they look that we were alone, they kill us.
Oh man.
So we have to stay there for 4 hours
In the hole.
in the hole.
And how did you find the hole?
And because it used to be the water who were used, the black water. We say alcantarilla here in Colombia.
Alcantarilla.
The water with poo, with
Oh,
that.
okay.
It used to be a septic tank.
Hmm.
So my brother and me, we have to put there. And it smells too bad, but it doesn't matter because it was our lives, right?
You knew about the hole just in case, right? So before this all happened?
No, we found it. We found it for them because, oh, there.
So when was this? In
2001.
Was it right after September 11th?
September 11th? No.
No.
No, with the Twin Towers?
Yeah.
No.
It was before that.
Maybe before that.
Oh. So you don't talk about that story too often, yeah?
No, it's
No?
no problem because in Colombia it happens too much times. It used to happen.
So where is that city? It's between...
Sandona, 2 hours from here in car.
You've been to all the major cities like Cali, Bogota, Medellin, right? So are the cities safer?
Safer, yes.
Yeah?
Because when it happens to my brother and to me, the security system in Colombia was very bad.
Oh, okay.
Very, very bad. But now it's better.
Yeah.
Because the United States, they are fighting against the drugs problem, so they have to do it
Okay.
safer to the Colombians and to the people who comes from the outside.
And you mentioned something about the U.S. with trash.
The U.S. used to send us the batteries to Colombia in order we can keep them.
Keep them. Old batteries, garbage.
This is all batteries.
And they sent them all down to Colombia.
to Colombia.
And you buried them here?
No, we just have to put them in some place, the trash.
Yeah.
The trash place,
Hmm.
and that's all. The trash place for the batteries in the United States is Colombia,
Oh.
and that's all. It's not, for me, it's not intelligent.
No.
And the president is too silly because, wait, okay.
So before I came to Colombia, someone told me that I should only take buses during the daytime because if I take it during the nighttime, it's very dangerous. And someone told me, as well as I read in the book, that if I took a bus during the nighttime, it's possible that guerrillas could stop the bus and then get onto the bus and then steal all your stuff. And who knows what could happen. But what do you think? Is it safe to take a bus during the nighttime versus the day?
It's the same thing. If you take the bus during the day,
Yeah.
there's no way that the guerrilla
Mm-hmm.
can take you and kidnap you and can steal you. That's a lie.
Yeah.
And if you take the bus in the nighttime, it's the same thing.
No
The
problem.
possibility that the guerrillas can get you in the road, it's very low because the road is very safe right now.
But do they have police checkpoints during the night?
Mhm.
Yeah.
all the day, during the day and during the
During the
night. There are police check.
Okay. And how far do we live from the volcano over here behind your house?
The volcano is around 5, I don't know exactly how
About 5
they
kilometers. Yeah.
more or less. And the volcano is the most active volcano in Colombia. It
Okay.
used to explode during all the time. And the problem with the volcano is that it's a young volcano.
Young.
Y-O-U-N-G. Young.
Oh, young.
Hovering.
Yeah, hovering.
Right? And the problem with the age of the volcano is that the volcano explodes and it doesn't give us to the scientists, to the people who study the volcano.
Yeah.
The volcano doesn't give a clue that the scientists can think, oh, the volcano will explode.
Oh.
No, the volcano explodes and that's all.
Okay.
So, in order of that, the volcanologists,
Yeah.
they create a marca level.
Yeah.
The level is level 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Okay.
The level 1 is the most dangerous.
Yeah.
And the level 1 is when the volcano is exploding.
Yeah.
When the volcano, you see the magma, this is level 1.
Okay.
The level 2,
Yes.
when we are now in level 2,
So we're in level 2.
right now,
And the volcano could explode
in days or weeks.
in days or weeks. So it could explode tomorrow.
And
Possible.
it's possible, but the volcano, the magma goes to behind the volcano,
Yeah.
behind.
Oh, it goes that way.
That way. And the ceniza and the stones goes to this way.
Oh man.
Here. So the magma isn't in Pasto, never. The magma goes to Consacá and to Sandoná,
Okay.
right? And the third level is that the volcano can explode in years or months.
Years or months.
And the last level is that the volcano is asleep.
It's dormant.
It's dormant, so it will never explode.
So have you seen the volcano explode once?
Twice.
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 And it was pretty scary?
Too much.
Oh,
Terrible.
right.
I'm, like I said,
Yeah.
I'm a scout. And I was working like a volunteer in the places that the farmers
Okay.
go when the volcano is dangerous. So I go to the camps and I help them.
Yeah.
So I have to feed the people, to build the places where they will sleep,
Oh, okay.
that. And once I were in the refuge.
Yeah.
In the refuge that is called Campanarios.
That's the 4th camp or the 5th?
No, here no. In
no.
a place which is safe.
Oh, okay.
Safe.
Okay.
It's not safe. There is a place where the people used to go when the volcano is exploding
Oh.
or when the volcano is dangerous. The Red Cross and the non-governmental organizations,
Yeah.
right? They used to took the people and say, no, let's go because the volcano will explode. Or the Red Cross used to take the people and to give them to the camp. And then they are a little bit more safe there, but
Yeah.
it's not safe. Around 6 months ago, I were in the camp, working and helping the people. And suddenly the volcano
Yeah.
starts to sound, grow, something like that.
Yeah.
And it was like 6 of the night, 6 p.m.
Yeah.
I was freaked out.
Oh.
I didn't know what to do, what to think. And the name of the Red Cross told me, Sarah, don't worry, the volcano will explode, but it doesn't, it happens nothing.
Okay.
And in the night, I were in the place where the magma goes.
That way.
That
Okay.
way, I were
Yeah.
there.
Mhm.
This is the volcano.
Yeah.
Here's Pasto, stones and ceniza.
Yeah.
And here is the magma.
Yeah.
Magma is here.
Uh-huh.
And there are some towns, right? Who they are in Consacá, Sandoná,
Okay.
and there are the place with the magma goes.
Oh, well.
I were there in Sandoná and the Consacá, so this is Sandoná and Consacá.
Uh-huh.
And there's another mountain,
Yeah.
and the camps are in this mountain. When the volcano explodes, the magma they go to the towns,
Yeah.
but not to the mountain,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
The mountain is safe.
Mhm.
So, I were in the mountain, and around 8 p.m., 9 p.m.,
Yeah.
the volcano explodes.
Oh.
So I saw the magma, so that...
You can see them make a like that.
No, No, just like a river, something like that, a magma river.
Okay.
So I were there and I was totally scared, totally freaked out. The people were very scared. I used to work everywhere with the children, and the child who I were caring,
Yeah.
they were screaming and that kind of stuff.
So the local people in that small town where the lava comes down, they're not afraid.
The locals who are in the dangerous area,
Yeah.
they are always afraid.
Oh.
But they are so silly because they think that the light is eternal and it doesn't happen nothing.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's very dangerous. And the work that the Red Cross and the organizations do here in Nariño is trying to make the people understand that the volcano is dangerous and they have to care of this because the farmers are so easy.
So how long has it been level 2 so far?
So far, 2 or 3 months.
3
Level
months.
2. But the level 2, it's almost always because, like I said, the volcano is so young, so you can't expect nothing about the volcano.
Do you know when the volcano started? When it was born?
When it was born, no, it was a lot of time ago, millions of years ago.
Okay.
But in the versus another volcanoes, this volcano is very young, right?
Yeah.
It's too young.
Okay. Yeah.